Hello everyone, welcome to the part 2 video of baggage rules. Every passenger entering into India has to pass through custom check. All passengers who have dutiable goods in their possession or goods in excess of eligible duty free allowance. We have talked about duty free allowance goods in the previous video must fill up the custom declaration card clearly mentioning the quantity and the value of goods that he or she has brought. On his or her arrival, the passenger in first clearing by immigration officer. Thereafter, the passenger takes the delivery of his baggage from the conveyor belt or passes through the customs. The passenger has the option of seeking the clearance through either the green channel or either to the red channel, as we have already discussed in the previous class. Today I am going to show you first one question. Read about this question, pause the video and try to give me the answer how much duty is payable on this. Let's first go through the question. After visiting USA, the country person has visited is USA. We have already done the rules. Person visiting any country other than Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar. Mrs. and Mr. X, Indian resident, age 40 and 45 years respectively, brought to India a laptop computer valued rupees 80,000, used personal effects valued 90,000, and a personal computer of 52,000. What is the custom duty payable? So as per the rules we have done previous lecture, any person visiting from any country other than Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, right, he should be allowed duty free allowances for two things. One is use personal effects and travel souvenir without any value limit. Your personal effects can be of 10 lakh, 20 lakh, it doesn't make difference, but you should be able to justify these are your personal effects. And any article other than the article mentioned in the annexure 1 which we have done up to the specified limit of 50,000 rupees, right? So in this case, when the laptop brought by the person is of 80,000 rupees, any person who is age above 18 years bring one laptop as a baggage is exempted from the custom duty under the notification we have discussed previously. And there will be no custom duty on used personal effects. What is the value of used personal effects, which is 90,000 given here in the question, of Mr. and Mrs. X, and they have brought one computer also. Now we will not charge any value on this 80,000, not on this. Now on 52,000 we have to think about for charging the value, but first we will subtract one value of duty free allowance which is of 50,000 rupees is subtracted from this. Then we got a value of 2,000 rupees. On this 2,000 rupees we will charge the custom baggage duty which we have told you 38.5%. How this 38.5% comes is 35% basic custom duty and 10% is the SWS surcharge, social welfare surcharge. So 38.5% of 2000 comes on the calculation is rupees 770 rupees is the duty to be paid in this case. Next GFA rule under rule 3 only is for tourists coming from, we are here specifically talking about the tourists coming from other than Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar. Rule 3, right, any country other than Nepal, Myanmar and Bhutan. First point is same, use personal effects and travel souvenirs are free of any duty, whereas article up to 15,000. In the previous case we have discussed this value was 50,000. Now if a tourist is coming from any other country apart from Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar, the article value allowed free of charge is 15,000 rupees, excluding the article mentioned in annexure 1. Then rule 4 for passenger tourists coming from Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar. Earlier the China was also included in this list, but from 2016-17 they have excluded this. For Indian resident or a foreigner resident in India or tourist excluding an infant. What is infant we will discuss in the coming slide. The original country from where he is coming is either Nepal, Bhutan or Myanmar. Use personal effects, they are free of charge, no duty on that. Article up to the value of 15,000 are also exempted. But here is one catch. This is allowed if only if person is coming by air or sea. If person is arriving from these countries, Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar by land, only used personal effects are free of charge. This 15,000 will not be given in case of land. Now, if a person visiting abroad and he or she purchases jewelry in abroad, do that person need to pay any duty in the country? It depends. In some of the cases, some of the amount of jewelry is free of charge can be brought. That is the rule number 5. Import of jewelry. Indian passengers residing abroad for more than 1 year, this point is very important, more than 1 year is allowed to bring duty free jewelry in his baggage. In case of gentlemen, the value maximum cap is 50,000 rupees, where the weight in gram is 20 gram. In case of women, it is weight is 40 gram and the maximum value in rupees is 1 lakh rupees. If a passenger is carrying gold over the above these limit, passenger will subject to the duty. Right, duty fixed by the government on the gold and silver is separate duty fixed by the government. Right. Now, if you are a person coming from abroad and you are bringing the Indian currency, how much value you can bring in? Maximum value you can bring Indian currency while coming back is 25,000 rupees. Here I want to show you the Reserve Bank of India notification March 2019. I want to zoom it for you people. Attention of authorized person is invited to the Regulation 8 of Foreign Exchange Management, Export and Import Currency Regulation 2015, in terms of which a person may take or send out of India to Nepal, Bhutan or bring into India from Nepal, Bhutan currency of Government of India and Reserve Bank of India for any amount of denomination of rupees 100. Further, an individual may carry to Nepal and Bhutan currency notes of Reserve Bank of India denomination of above 100, that is currency notes of 500 and 1000. I believe there is some mistake in this notification. Instead of 1000, notes are now stopped, so it should be 2000 denomination, subject to the maximum limit of 25,000. So you can go to the RBI website and read about this notification in detail. So it is just an advisory for you people, that whenever you travel abroad, always find out that what is the foreign exchange management currency rule going on that time, how much currency you can carry while going abroad and how much currency you can carry while coming back from abroad. I show you one question. Please read this question and try to figure out the answer. I read the question for you. Mr. Sanjoy, an Indian entrepreneur, went to London to explore a new business opportunity on 1/4/2016. His wife also joined him in London after 3 months, right? So he went there on 1st April. Her wife, April, May, June. Her wife joined there on 1st April, May, June, 1st July, right? So the following details are submitted by them with the custom authorities on their return on India on 15/4/2017, that is next year. Use personal effects worth rupees 80,000, 2 music system each worth rupees 50,000, jewelry brought by Mr. Sanjoy worth rupees 48,000, gram is 20 gram, where the jewelry brought by the wife is worth rupees 96,000, 40 gram. With reference to the baggage rule 2016, determine whether Mr. and Mrs. Sanjoy will be required to pay any custom duty. So, if you remember, as per the rule 3 of baggage rule 2016, there is no custom duty on the used personal effects. So, used personal effects, no duty to be paid. And obviously on the used personal effects and the travel souvenirs. Apart from that, general duty free baggage allowance is allowed for rupees 50,000 per passenger. Thus, duty liability of Mr. Sanjoy and his wife is nil for the case of personal effects, and they have brought music system, two music system worth rupees 50,000 rupees each worth is allowed because of GFA is allowed. Now talk about the jewelry. So on this also they will not be paying any duty. Now talk about the jewelry. Jewelry comes under rule 5. Jewelry brought by duty free allowance gentleman passenger. Jewelry up to weight of 20 grams is allowed, where the value of a male passenger allowed is 50,000 rupees. Whereas lady passenger can bring the weight of 40 gram and value of that gold should be 96,000. Please think about, I have told it, for a gentleman, the gram percentage of jewelry should be 20 gram and the maximum value of, in rupees should be 50,000. Whereas in the case of a lady, the value in the gram percentage should be 40 gram and the value of Indian rupees should be 1 lakh. Do they need to pay any duty on this 48,000 and 96,000 jewelry brought or not? Please think about it. Pause the video and think about it for a minute. If you have read the rule clearly, yes, you are right. Mr. Sanjoy has not to pay any duty on the 48,000 rupees, whereas his wife, Mrs. Sanjoy, she has to pay duty on this 96,000 rupees. Why? Because she joined her husband on 1st July and returned back on 15th of April 2017. From 1st July 2016 to 15 April 2017, 1 year is not completed. If a person has not completed a 1 year, in the case of jewelry, it is not allowed. So she has to pay duty on this 96,000 full amount. Why? Because she has already exhausted the 50,000 GFA on bringing the music system. So Mrs. Enjoy will not pay any duty on any of the above items. She has to pay duty on this 96,000 of the jewelry brought into India. One more question in front of you. Examine the correctness of the following statement under the customs. Import of LCD TV is allowed as part of free baggage allowance under baggage rules in 1998. I want to show you one slide again which we have discussed already in the previous lecture. We have discussed already GFA were not applicable. GFA, general goods free allowance, is not applicable on firearms, not applicable. Cartage of firearms, if they are exceeding 50, not applicable. Cigarettes, if they are exceeding 100, GFA is not applicable. Cigar, if exceeding 25, it's not applicable. Tobacco exceeding 125 gram, then GFA is not applicable. Means cigar till 100, GFA is applicable. You can bring it in under the value of GFA, right? Alcoholic liquor or wine, if under 2 liter, then GFA would be applicable. If alcoholic liquor or wine in excess of 2 liter, then GFA value of 50,000 rupees or 15,000 rupees is not applicable in this case. Whereas in the case of LCD, LED, plasma TV, GFA is not at all applicable. And apart from that, gold, silver in any form other than ornaments, GFA is not applicable. So let's go back to the question again and then discuss the solution for that. So what will be the answer? The said statement is incorrect as per annexure 1 of the baggage rule, which specify that the item that cannot be allowed duty free clearance as a part of free baggage allowance has been amended and include flat panel LCD, we have discussed it, or LED or plasma. Therefore, import of any LCD, LED, plasma television as a part of free baggage allowance has been disallowed now. Earlier it was allowed. Now from, I will tell you the date also, from August 26th 2013 this has been disallowed. Many people used to bring TV LCD from abroad before this under the GFA allowance, but now it is not allowed. You have to pay the duty. Can you bring the LCD? Answer is yes, you can bring the LCD, but you have to pay the huge amount of custom duty in India. This question is a homework for you today. Pause the video, write down the question. Very simple question. Please write down the question and solve it. Let's discuss some of the MCQ. First is Mr. Kabir of 25 years imported a laptop from USA for 25,000 as a baggage. Calculate the amount of custom duty payable by Mr. Kabir. First is 8,750, then 27,500, then 25,000, and last option is no duty is payable as exemption is available on one laptop. What is the answer? Option D is correct. One laptop, there is one exemption allowed. You can bring your one laptop without paying any duty at customs. Next MCQ is, if a passenger of Indian origin arriving from Bangladesh and carrying articles other than mentioned in Annexure 1 as baggage, then the free allowance limit is up to four options. No limit is specified. 15,000 rupees, 50,000 rupees, 35,000 rupees. If you remember, we have to remember only three: NBM, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, right? It's not Bangladesh mentioned here. Apart from these countries, if you are coming from abroad and you are adult, a limit is 50,000 rupees. So answer is C, 50,000 rupees. Next question. Mr. John, tourist of foreign origin, imported article other than those mentioned in Annexure 1 by land route. Okay. From which? Bhutan, valuing 5 lakh rupees. State the free allowance limit. Is there any limit available? I show you the chart again. This is the chart of Rule 4 where passenger tourists coming from Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, and if they are arriving by land, only used personal effects are allowed as a free of duty. Apart from that, no allowance has been given. So what is the answer? No benefit. In the case of land, you are coming from NBMC, Nepal, Bhutan, and Myanmar. See, China is now not in that list. Only N, B, and M. Okay. Next MCQ, 20 cigars of 50,000 were imported by Mr. Adnan from UK. Calculate the amount of custom duty payable by Adnan. Four options: 50,000 rupees, 55,000 rupees, 19,250. No import duty payable. Answer is not A option, not B option, not C option. It is no import duty. Why? It is under the limit of cigars you can bring in. Next, Mrs. Ambani, resident of India, returned back to India after residing in Dubai for a period of 6 months. State the limit up to which she can bring jewelry with herself without duty while returning to India. She has resided there for what? 6 months. Minimum time limit to bringing the jewelry without duty is a year, right? So neither the 40 gram, neither the 1 lakh, neither of your option correct is D option, none of the above. This is the another question. Please pause the video and solve this question. That's all under the baggage we have studied. Thank you everyone. Take good care of yourself. Please solve these questions also.